All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be recapping the 13 MLB games from yesterday, Sunday, July 11th. It was the last day before that MLB All-Star break. We also had the MLB draft with Henry Davis being the #1 overall, going to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Congratulations to him. He's a young catcher. To be honest, I don't spend a lot of time following the draft. It always comes in the middle of the season. I'm going ham watching all these teams looking to make the playoffs and following that. And a lot of these guys, we don't see them for a number of years. So I've always had a hard time following the draft, but I just at least wanted to shout out the #1 overall pick. We're going to talk about how the Yankees blew another ninth inning game, and it wasn't off of Chapman this time. As well, we have the All-Star break. It's here. A couple days off for this show, I guess, but we might do an early morning MLB Home Run Derby review and the game review, but those are going to be quick, and I might not live stream them. So at least for the live streams, we're going to be off for the next 3, maybe 4 days, because I know Thursday there's only one game. So again, does it really require a live stream? I don't think so. Otherwise, we had updated power rankings come out last night, so if you haven't seen that out yet, please check that out. Give that a like. Give this a like. Join the channel, subscription, all that fun stuff. But let's just jump into it. 13 games to wrap up the first half of the season. The White Sox finish off the complete series sweep of the Orioles with a 7-5 victory. This one took extra innings, and again, Baltimore had a little bit of a lead, and this happens a lot with Baltimore. They have a lead early in the games because obviously the top 4 of their lineup is pretty powerful group of young batters, but they can't hold it. White Sox put up 1 in the 4th and then take the lead in the 6th, but somehow the Baltimore Orioles in the bottom of the 9th tie it up with 2 runs, but 10th inning you can't hold the White Sox to too long, and they put up 3, whereas the Orioles only answer with 1. Vaughn had a 2 home run night. He's up to 10. Engel had his 5th of the season. For the Orioles, we have Hayes hitting his 9th. Trey Mancini warming up for the home run derby, hitting his 16th. That's the 2-run bomb that comes in the 9th inning, giving Liam Hendricks a blown save along the way. Dylan Cease goes 5, 206 Ks, and like I said, 4th blown save for Hendricks. Does seem to have a little bit of rough outings. I know last time I pointed that out, there was a reason for it, but maybe it's a little bit of the Jays bias in me. Watkins goes 4.1, 1 earned run, and 4 Ks in the no decision. Moving along, Pirates 6, Mets 5, and the Pirates have played pretty good spoiler. They might have been a little amped going into this draft. They're adding a young talent into their organization for sure. The Mets got out to a 5-0 lead immediately in this game. 5 runs coming in that first inning. Lindor actually had a good game. 3 hits, 2 RBIs. He might actually finally bring that average up a little bit. On the other side, Adam Frazier continues to have a high average. He had a 3-hit night. Defoe also a 3-hit night. Castro had a 2 home run night for them. Their third baseman, 2 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 home runs, and Perez his 6th of the season. For the Mets, we have Lindor hitting his 11th, Conforto hitting his 3rd, but the Pirates they chipped away at it, this 5-run lead, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and then 2 more in the 9th inning. So that's back-to-back games now that we're starting things off where the closer can't close it, and Diaz gets charged with the blown save in this one, whereas Rodriguez comes in for the save for the Pirates, picking up his 12th of the season, adding to his possible trade value coming up in the trade deadline, right? Blue Jays 3, Rays 1, and the Blue Jays answered back after losing the first 2 to the Rays over the weekend, and they needed it. They needed a little bit of boost going into the All-Star break. They continue to have a very good run differential. Robbie Ray had a great outing, and Romano comes in for his 7th save of the season. Danny Jansen hitting his 4th home run of the season. He's been back in the lineup now for a little bit. Robbie Ray goes 7, 0 earned runs, 11 Ks. Robbie Ray has quietly put together a very good season for the Blue Jays. Very consistent, eating up lots of innings, lots of strikeouts, and his ERA is among the best on the Blue Jays starters. Rich Hill goes 5, 3 earned runs, 2 Ks in the loss. But again, he had a nice little outing, like 3 earned runs. If every starting pitcher only gave up 3 earned runs, I think teams would be very happy about that. Big win for the Blue Jays. While they can't really make up a lot of ground in the division, there's still half a season to go. Anything can happen. Phillies 5, Red Sox 4, and believe it or not, the Phillies bullpen closed the door again when they had a 5-1 lead. Boston added a couple, 1 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th, to bring it within 1, but they fell a little bit short. Bogarts hitting his 15th home run of the season, coming in that 2nd inning off Kinsler. Torres hitting his 3rd of the season. The Phillies, this was a bullpen game for them, and that's why I made the joke that their bullpen actually closed the door, because it was a complete bullpen game for them. And considering the past, there's a lot of worry around that bullpen and holding games down, and they've blown a lot of games. And so to win a game with a complete bullpen game, got to be pumped up about that. They're right there in the hunt, 500 on the season, 44-44. Pivetta goes 4 earned runs, 4 Ks. He's been downward spiraling a little bit, been back-to-back now, at least not consistent starts for him. Life begins for the Braves without Acuna, and it starts with a loss 7-4 to their division rivals, the Marlins. The Marlins were out early, 3-0, then 4-0 in the 3rd. Braves tried, they put up 2 in the 4th, but the Marlins answered immediately right back. Aguilar hitting his 15th of the season, coming in that 1st inning. Dansby Swanson hit 2 in this game, up to 15, and that was all the offense really for the Braves. Marlins didn't have to look back after really taking that lead. Pablo Lopez, 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 9 Ks. He started this game off with 9 consecutive Ks over the first 3 innings. I think that's the MLB record for starting a game. We already had this season someone, forget who it was, who had the most consecutive strikeouts. Was it 10 or 11? I forget that, but I remember it happening already this season. Ian Anderson goes 2.14 earned runs, 4 Ks in the loss. Continues to have up and down kind of season for them. Braves lose. Twins 12, Tigers 9, and these two teams matched up very well over the weekend. Even though the Twins walk out of here with a series sweep, they matched up amazingly, and they played some good baseball. A lot of offense in this series. It was fun to watch. The Tigers were out early not early, in mid of the game. They were put up a 4 spot, and they were up 4-0. But the Twins immediately put up 1 and then added another one in the 6th. And then in the 7th, they took the lead with 4 of their own. There's a lot of runs scored in this game, as you can see in the box score, like runs going back and forth, back and forth. Baddoo, 2 hits, 3 RBI nights. Scope, a nice 2-hit, 2 RBI night. And then we have Rogers at the bottom with a grand slam for the catcher. On the other side, Twins had Kepler's 10th of the night, Rordvet his 2nd, and Polanco his 12th. Polanco ends up walking this one off in the 10th inning that they forced. With a 3-run home run after the Tigers had put up 4 in the top of the 9th to force extras. Peralta goes 5, 1 earned runs, 2 Ks. He's been awesome for the Tigers since he's been getting the shot. Barrios goes 7, 4 earned runs, 8 Ks. They pushed him a little bit long, and in that he had that one rough inning. Other than that, he was lights out for the Twins. He's continuing to be their best pitcher. Astros 8, Yankees 7. This one all comes down to the 9th inning, where the Yankees had 7-2 lead, and then the Astros just chipped away, and it led to an Altuve home run, his 20th of the season, coming off Chad Green, and he gets the ultimate redemption after yesterday. Aaron Judge pretty much mocking him after his home run with the microphone thing. Altuve gets the last laugh. The Astros get the last laugh heading into the All-Star break. They win in a huge fashion, 6 runs in that bottom of the 9th, and that's why they're on top of our power rankings if you ever check that out. Malacondo goes 6, gets his 6th home run of the season, Tucker his 15th, and on the Yankee side, Castro his 2nd, and Gary Sanchez hits his 15th, but it's not enough. The Yankees, another blown situation, but this time it wasn't Chapman. Taillon goes 6, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, and Valdez goes 4, 2 earned runs, and 5 Ks, and that's a big win. Big win for the Stros. Reds 3, Brewers 1. This was huge for the Reds. The Reds now took 3 of 4 in this series and have closed within 4 games of the Brewers for the division lead, and believe it or not, we have Hader again blowing a save. That's 2 games now in a row, or not in a row, but over the course of this, where Hader has blown a save after being so consistent. Castellanos was on the microphone at one point saying he was calling someone out, some clown who was talking crap about their bullpen, and sure enough, the bullpen comes in and closes the door completely here, and the offense just comes alive. Malta hit, Pole hit nights for Castellanos, Votto, and Stevenson, as well as Freeman, getting it done. No home runs in this game. Woodruff goes 6-1 earned run and 4 Ks in the no decision, and Castillo goes 5.1, 1 earned run and 6 Ks as well in the no decision. But a big highlight here, 6 walks for Castillo. He was very lucky to avoid the damage of all those walks, and the Reds making up a lot of ground. We've got to be pumped about that. Athletics 4, Rangers 1. Athletics win the series against the Rangers to maintain a little bit of pace with the Astros. But got to be a little bit worse on the offense. Hasn't been there too much for the Athletics over the past little bit, but to sneak away with a nice series win against the Rangers heading into the break, they got to be excited about that. Their pitching has been consistent, and they kept the Rangers to 1 run in this game. Lowry hits his 10th, Sean Murphy his 12th, Olsen hits 2 in this game for his 23rd, and that's 4 home runs total, all coming off Allard for the Texas Rangers, who went 6 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. Bissett, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 3 Ks. He's 10-2 on the season. That Golden Trident he was awarded early in the season must have given him some superpowers because he had a great year. Big win for the A's. Giants 3, Nationals 1, and the Giants complete the sweep of the Nationals, sending the Nationals back down to 5 games below 500. A little bit of a skid ever since I started giving them a little bit of props, whereas the Giants, nice little winning streak here heading into the break. Dodgers right on their tail. They're going to have their work cut out for them in the second half, but I think they're going to be up for the challenge. Giants put up a 3-run second inning, and they didn't have to look back because Solly led the way with a 3-run home run, his 4th of the season, and we have nothing coming from the National side. Fede goes 5, 300 runs, 7 Ks. That 1 home run is all it took to get his 6th loss of the season. Gosman, 6 innings pitched, 1 run, 9 Ks. Great outing by Gosman, quality start, picking up the win, 9-3 on the season. Big win for the Giants. And now the last, oh no, it wasn't the last game. It felt like the last game because it was the game that ended right before we did power rankings, because it was the last game on TV. Dodgers 7, Diamondbacks 4, and this was another comeback, late inning comeback. Dodgers were at 1-0 early. Diamondbacks put up 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 2 in the 7th to take a 4-1 lead. Dodgers added 3 in the 8th to tie it up, and then Max Muncy walks it off in the bottom of the 9th with a nice 3-run bomb to make it look a little bit more of a blowout than it actually was. It was a huge comeback for them. He had a 3-hit, 3 RBI night, hitting his 19th home run of the season, which leads the Dodgers. Mookie Betts hits his 13th. He leads the team off in that first inning with 1 hit, a nice 3-hit, 3-run performance himself. And on the other side, Rojas had a nice 3-hit night. Home runs for the Diamondbacks, Vogt his 5th, and Varsho his 1st of the season. Merrill Kelly goes 5.1, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts for a good outing for him. Gonsolin goes 4, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. A little bit of short outing, but Gonsolin has been solid with a 2.13 ERA. He's at least covered his slack in the Dodgers rotation that he's had to pick up lately. Rockies 3, Padres 1, and the Rockies, they win. What else? They win the series too against the Padres on the road. Big series against division foe. They're only 11 games below 500. I know at the beginning of the season, a lot of people had them predicted as being the worst team in the MLB, but they've shown that they're definitely not that. And I think a lot of it is owed to their bats, but at the same time, their pitching has come through big as well. Padres were at 1-0, but Colorado added 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 7th, and an insurance run in the 9th. CJ Cron, his 12th of the season, coming in that 4th, and Owens, his 1st of the season, coming in that 7th. None for the Padres. John Gray goes 6-1 earned run, 7 Ks in the win. He's now 6-6 on the season. This might be the best ERA John Gray has had in ever that I can remember. Usually pitching at Coors always has been a struggle for him. He always gets those innings, but 3.77 ERA feels like it's very good. On the other side, Weathers goes 2 to lead things off, and Paddock comes in and blows it, also going 2. Both these guys being left, so this is pretty much a bullpen game. Padres are definitely got to be in the market for a starting pitcher that can eat up some innings, because more often than not, they're putting out these kind of pitching games, and it's just not getting it done for them at all. Angels 7, Mariners 1. So the Angels do manage to pick up a win in this series to at least keep a little bit of pace with the Mariners. These two teams are battling for third place in the American League West. Fletcher continues to hit like insane. Guy had a 4-hit, 4 RBI night, hitting his second home run of the season, but his average is now up to .3 to 309, and Ohtani's right behind him with a nice 2-hit night himself. No home runs coming from the Mariners side, but Mariners got to be happy with how their first half has gone. They're going into the All-Star break very much in the hunt, only 3 or 4 games out of a wild card spot, chasing Oakland, chasing Tampa Bay. Santiago goes 3, 1 earned run, 1K. And then Suarez for the Angels goes 5, 0 earned runs, 4Ks. So when the Angels do get a good starting performance, it's got to be some crazy stat out there where if they get a good starting performance, they win more often than not. But that's pretty much it. That is Sunday, July 11th, 13 games with 2 postponements. And here we are. All-Star break is here. Hopefully everyone enjoys the festivities. Make sure you go down there and drop a like, drop a subscription, and don't forget to add a comment yourself. Let me know what you guys saw last night, what you guys like to see on the channel, etc., etc. And check out the power rankings that just came out yesterday, and hopefully you guys like that. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys for the next video. Thanks.